Ah, the 42 is strong in this one, I can tell. Okay, so this is critically important because it's going to be the Indian Army, and I did a quick little thing in here, and they are speaking English a little bit. I heard sergeant and maybe some language things, but there's a couple of notes I want to real quickly bring up into this land now. Firstly, let's talk about momentum and potential. Okay, so you guys are kind of in an M2 where that stuff, motion and potentials, work really well. For Evel Knievel, jump in the Grand Canyon. But maybe at that point in time, that's where, without having that ramp set up or some kind of goal to be like, okay, I got free time, I got the camp inside of here, let's talk about the motorcycle's weight plus your weight, down a ramp, at speed, well, basically a bike that runs through this far to this far will reach terminal velocity, the RPM limits, or on a flat surface this way at a certain amount of time. As you go down that ramp, that's going to increase. That's going to radically change by some math. But you guys don't know any of that yet. And no offense, because you're kind of in an M2 where they generally would. But this is what's so critical about calculus being wrong. It's like, how many of you guys actually know how to use a momentum and velocity problem like that to deal with trajectory or projectile motions and things like that? You wouldn't have a clue, would you? You're way off. And of course, they're going to just start you right in the whiteboard on this is C or X equals CT inside of here. And it's like, okay, I'm an X that equals CT. Where? If you don't have this first mark to what that is, Evel Knievel's ramp, you're going to be in a big time hurting.
Any doubt till now?
So next,
Sergeant Danny.
language is an important standard of what that is for azimuth on what this is here. So even if I didn't understand the language, I understand this position, this potential of it. So when I get there, even though I'm seeing this stick roll around in the sand for a certain direction, I'd still be able to say tree, somewhere's in there around this area of operation, are at least associated with them pointing to me, saying my name, that's my operation. The next one, they hit this next operation on that field, and they're dealing with that guy over there with generally what they're supposed to do. And maybe I catch some language things, Latin early into Mexican, Indian, even Chinese to a certain degree that...
There's no such thing as perfect writing.
Okay, as you actually listen to language... as a special force, I don't need the complete complex conjugative for this value. I can just do it with glyphs, apple, crane, system, and for you, you might get that, but it's because you're from that land nav in that area around Egypt where crane and everybody in the region locally speaks that language, and that symbol was taught and has the same thing. Well, over here, crane means this or that. As long as you were close enough on the language barriers, you'd be able to make that determination and say, well, at least I know what that region's version of what that symbol, sigma sum, may reference. But basically, every glyph is a sigma sum, sigma sum, sigma sum, marshmallow, 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 has a name, therefore a definition, and regardless of what you do inside those steps, they would be the polarized wave function inside of whatever cicada wave function kind of correlated that up to today. And so you get a lot of different indexes inside of there and things. That you would be looking at it right from here as an American talking to another American.
Ambush. For me to wear and shoot to your map. On this map, yellow is going to be friendly, green is host nation national forces, orange target or TRPs.
Waiting for him to give me some.
HLZs and AXPs.
Yeah, there you go.
Tags are the primary route. The white tags are the
something you got to think about. Without that number for what it is, motion and position aren't going to get you far. You're going to be real hurting.
Yep.